After having experienced the land of the absentee... I see. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui.
Huh. What would Child get out of us?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. These are the advance funds.
Wow.
Well then.
Welcome. It's cheap at
Betting?
Noctilucus.
Radiant Grade What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old...
These 3 pieces, but how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Very good.
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? How should we pick from these pieces of Noctilucus Jade?
Oh? You want me to decide? If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it... Hey! If we only need 1 for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying?
If one must always consider Mora before acting.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not...
What? So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucus Jade is indeed very tricky. Only after the... If you return to the...
Whoa!
But there is a way to truly evaluate. A fool sees the pointer.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade. Noctilucus Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. I have imparted...
Priceless. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... Well... Fine. How about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as...
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Stingy? I've already been very generous. Any more and you...
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try. Oh, Paimon remembers. We once saw this. Now, let's pack those samples up and...
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Better than nothing.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line. Think you can bully me?
Freeze!
There's still soup in here. This soup look... We're ready to go. Paimon, use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier... Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilly trolls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after. Right, Pip?
Frostbite. Freeze. Time for retribution!
Nice and spicy. Eat this! That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More hilly churls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Dodge this!
Can't handle your drink, huh? Ow! That's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
You're back, my friend.
Huh? No, it wasn't that one. Think a bit harder. Exactly.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of...
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous...
I suppose...
Parting? Oh, it's hard to believe. It is said that when our Lord lost his way, well, alas...
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an...
If not for our Lord's protection, this city would...
I'm sure Rex Lapis...
In the safe hands of the Liyue Cheating and good, honest merchants such as yourself.
All right.
Now that we've made...
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half...
Oh, right. As I thought.
Any what?
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my...
Oh, that won't do. That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just...
Well...
Look at you bossing everyone around.
We'll need more where that came from.
We can leave the jade here. I have already... Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also...
Yes. I have already rented this location. That's right.
But when something this big... Although with that, also the...
Traditionally, we call it the
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. These things are for the authorities. Before the rite is conducted, the exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi... Perhaps each has their motive. In Liyue, well then...
Perfumes?
No. Perfumes used to honor the... Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now.
May the Lord of Geo...
Hey, boss.
Silk flowers?
Which kind?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always...
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning.
My goodness, this gentleman... You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral... Just look at the abundant foliage here. And these state... By contrast, this variety... Lastly, this strain... Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to
Wow! A true
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli.
I'll take them all.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based... But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous... Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has been... But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the 7 in 3,000s. Now that's settled, a question.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to...
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for...
Our skins? You were the...
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flag...
Ideally with the help of an expert.
Talk about...
Hence, I need...
So this time,
I will wait for...
maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's us go on! Ad Astra Abyssa. Ad Astra Abyssosk. What? Ad Astra Abyssosk.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to...
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny...
Wow. I'm just going to assume that you're either joking or being sarcastic. To be fair, I put a lot of effort into my appearance for someone who spends all their time in the great outdoors. But I smell great? Don't be ridiculous.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lon's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume...
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she thanks Lon.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many...
Great! This...
Not yet.
Well, hello. You found me at last.
What? How did you know it?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the...
Snooping around?
What can I say? Relax. I know why you're here. 3 in 1 go... You have extreme tastes for... Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. So,
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
as one of my favorite poems goes, "O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither."
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind. So, where is a good place for... Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go... Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the kitchen at Wanmin Restaurant. I've had a word. Are you ready to plead?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop
Iron
suey.
stomachs. May have overeaten.
Wow. Leo has really got a lot going for it.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Oh, I think I may have overeaten. People must have iron stomachs.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Oh, I think I may have overeaten.
Wow. Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. All three perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths. Anyway, shall I give...
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight. The second one is for those with more Finally, the third one has all clear. Don't get them mixed up now. You'll... Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever... I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Oh, you're back. Don't... Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief...
Well, how can a person compete with a step?
That is true. Well,
3 sets!
thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. This is the second kind. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like. Does that mean that Rex Lapis is...
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the cheese...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend...
Sure, but aren't you...
Ah,
Man, what?
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to... but it's a shame. These...
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people... If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter, but if they heard too much wild gossip or slander...
So that means these flowers feel what's...
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are... Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say this harbor is like a... Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown... Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but an old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. He saw me gazing at it often, but he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow the... Still, though, I can't recall when it started. Oh, these old bones are...
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can...
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I did...
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My...
How does that work? Hey, that's And even if it was like that, it must be a very...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot and...
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Oh, that sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place? You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Chilian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Verdict is...
Boba! Get them! Look at you, Bootown!
Damn you! Burn!
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. Oh, in and out, an adeptus. Oh. As to whether I am one or not, child.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. But don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to...
Oh, don't be silly. Leo, but no matter what, we have always preferred to cry, now that you are... So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old... We haven't met in a while anyway. Well, you must have think... Oh, and do that if they have time.
We will.
May the Lord of Geo protect you, and fortune find you.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. An Adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to... Oh, yes, that old granny asked if you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot...
So what's the next step?
Next.
Ooh, Paimon.
I will explain it to you.
Oh,
Sir, you're here.
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite.
well, this is Mr. Zhongli. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while... He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government.
Well, that's because I prefer to share...
Children's toys are very fun things. Finely crafted toys are well loved. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years.
Indeed. These are decorations.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines. As for the kite that honored...
Ah, Paimon's her dad. Huh?
The design of this kite, these marking, justice flows across... Well then, Granny Shan.
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
I see Mr. Zhongli's he knows a great deal about money, or perhaps...
How is he not?
The rite of parting requires...
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting... I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportunity.
Luck betting on Jade?
You can last a round against me.
Oh, help? So what's the...
Let me see.
No problem.
Done.
Let me think. Deal. This price is reasonable. I'll hop right to it.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit?
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
This is too little. I'd consider it if it was... This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Hiring help? Sure.
Adventure.
That's not hard.
A most fair price.
A pleasure doing business with you.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now. The reception. Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Farm.
Huh? Did you?
The reception, it seems.
How about Oh, there you are! But you can't even reach the counter! Joke's on you! Paimon floats, so height is no restriction! Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie!
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl.
Excuse me, sir. Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie... My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find...
Okay, then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customers?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody...
Go to Mount Tianheng. Find the Guizhong Ballista.
Guizhong Ballista. It's a kind of crossbow turret. Located in Tianheng Pass.
Mr. Zhang...
Apparently not quite.
The Coco Goat is a
Did you want to ask?
No. Just what it looks like.
Very well then.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much...
It is currently inoperable in any case.
Aw, what?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your...
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois. That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the... As I recall, there is a If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored...
So...
I have a smack with the parts in hand.
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
Better than nothing. Better than nothing.
Ah, one moment. It is done. The
Ooh!
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have... nothing. And over...
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong Ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question.
Ha! Are you blind or something? This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2. The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces, and that's—
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. It is not we who need reprimand.
Don't get frostbite. That was...
That really hurt! Race you!
Time for retribution! Should replace my hammer.
A hunter becomes the hunter. Another test subject.
Think you could bully me? Can't handle your drink, huh?
Try! Loaded goose! Fry!
I got careless. Taste.
Fry!
I got careless. I got careless.
Fry!
Picked the wrong test subject. A hunter. Picked the wrong test subject.
You're toast!
You're open!
Help! My dinner is attacking me!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen. You're open! You're open! Burn! Jab cross! Should. Loading this.
Troubling ourselves over this.
Oh, yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong Ballista.
A search using the Guizhong. What's more, a
Which means a Paimon wouldn't go that far.
we.
Good idea. We did our.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty of...
Coco Goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. Ah, here. This is the...
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know.
Excuse me, everyone. Did you...
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss...
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mess... Ah! The medicine... The snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent. But faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet.
Don't mind Chungsha.
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense?
Whew, at last. Things are...
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we...
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt.
Hey, Leslie!
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbinger. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi want.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,900,000 and...
That's like 0 different.
2,990,000. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, Little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Ah, that lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing. I apologize, but I warned.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired...
Oh, fine.
Well, traveler, have you gained anything odd? The questions that such... To treat you to a... Oh, yes. Tonight, I shall take you both to...
Hole in the wall? As in...
Indeed. Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as... I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you,
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the...
Hey, there's even a storyteller.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance. But when I say
As you all know, what does it mean to have... Imagine. The weather is... Behold! They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, merely grasp.
Tianquan Ning, Liyue locals, huh?
At last I have found—
Who's there?
Wait. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. Well, in concrete terms—
Ningguang sent you?
My apologies, you who have returned from but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She invites you to her—
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said, invite her. I wish to meet at the Jade—
To our success.
And with that, the emissary what weavers will be meeting people that have way more—
You'd best.
Don't worry!
Come and see these rare, precious curios. Adventure!
This is a clear fire hazard right here.
A toast. What to our success.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest? While I go back.
A toast to ours.
Feel free to look around.
We're looking for the Liyue—
Sorry, dear.
Huh?
The thing is, it barely sold any copies, and the few—
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume...
The fact remains that I don't have...
Who's Ching?
A book collector who lives in Ching... He was a regular customer.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble Since you and I are both in search of lost... My pleasure,
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
Are you?
Burn!
Force myself a little.
Pew pew!
The more, the merrier. Look at me. Just once more.
heavens are smiting me. Beans. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got time.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means? Wrong. That was... It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on.
Please tell me that you didn't...
Legend of the Shattered Helb.
What? But we...
That work was an epic... But over time, it was the work that came to define the... Barely any copies of the first...
The later edition inexplicably went...
Yes, that's right. How...
You mean you...
Yes. It is my...
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss... I'm sure you don't need...
Oh, but you know I can't afford to give a 70%...
That's your business.
Whoa there, friend.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this
Guhua clan? Did you... Oh, there was me thinking the...
Justice is blind to our background.
Get a load of this guy. And you, Chang, you're selling that...
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please, just take this book and...
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some...
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Guess we can rest a bit.
I swear I'll reclaim my lost fortune.
Like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Why do you give up on your book search?
Oh, so
the reason I borrowed this book, and I meant every word I said, I will be custodian of this book. Of course I do. Give me a second to reflect.
You're still here? I gotta hand it... Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a saying that goes...
Quit quoting proverbs.
Please leave this place. I will not...
It's cute but you picked the wrong time.
I may be young, my liege.
Oh, great.
Are you here to play with me? Let me amuse myself a little.
You're open. Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Kiss? Can't handle your drink. Over here.
Time for retribution!
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision! You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over!
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there must be a deeper... He mentioned Gentry Mauta.
That idea works.
Me? I have other things to look at.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow. So that...
Ugh, this guy is... From now on...
Ad Astra Abyssos.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Ad Astra Abyss.